Title: Shadows of Magnolia. In the deep, lush fields of the South, beneath the heavy breath of the 1800s, there was a family bound to the soil as much as they were to each other. The Jacksons, an African-American family, toiled under the oppressive heat, their lives dictated by the relentless demands of slavery. Among them was young Lila, a girl with a striking presence, her skin a soft blend of her heritage, her hair flowing like the rivers they lived beside. Born under circumstances of violence and oppression, Lila was the daughter of Mary, a resilient woman of great strength, and, through coercion, the plantation master. As Lila grew, her beauty and poise became undeniable. It was a bitter reminder of the injustice that birthed her, yet she carried a grace that seemed untouched by the cruelty surrounding her. Her mother, Mary, guarded her fiercely, aware of the predatory eyes that followed her daughter. One fateful day, a wealthy rancher named Thomas Hammond arrived from a neighboring state, intent on purchasing labor for his expanding cotton fields. His gaze fell upon Lila, and within moments, something beyond mere possession stirred in his heart. Struck by her beauty and the subtle defiance in her eyes, he bought her freedom from the plantation, not as a slave, but as someone he sought to protect. Thomas, unlike many of his merciless peers, was a man caught between the times. He treated Lila with a kindness that she had never known, educating her and respecting her wishes. In the sanctuary of his ranch, Lila found something akin to peace, and as days grew into months, a delicate love blossomed between them. They spoke often of a future less constrained by the color of skin, of a marriage that could signify change. But such dreams are fragile under the weight of a prejudiced world. Word of Lila's beauty and her proximity to Thomas spread like wildfire. Jealousy and desire fueled the ambitions of a cruel neighbor, Mr. Clayton, a man whose heart seemed devoid of any humanity. One shadowed evening, driven by a malignant envy and lust, Clayton trespassed into Thomas's home. The unimaginable violence he wrought that night extinguished a bright light in the world. Lila's life was stolen, her dreams with Thomas shattered in the most brutal way. The morning after, Thomas found himself kneeling by Lila's side, the dawn casting long shadows over what remained of his hopes and dreams. His soul was seared with loss, his mind oscillating between vengeance and despair. Yet, in the brutal world they inhabited, his hands were tied. Any accusation against Clayton risked his own life, and without proof, his words would merely stir the winds. Thomas lived on, a shell of his former self, haunted by the ghost of what could have been. Lila's presence lingered in every corner of his heart, in the silent spaces between his thoughts. No justice was sought for her, no stories of her grace would be passed down. She became a whisper, a painful echo in a world too cruel to remember her dreams. Thus, the fields continued to sway, the rivers continued to flow, and the magnolias bloomed each year, a little less bright, mourning silently for the beautiful soul that once dreamed beneath their shadow.